Okay, so my project that I'm working with this year, this originally came from, we have a club day like once a month, which now that we're a combined school that we aren't doing that anymore, so I've kind of had to change the actual like timing of when this is going to happen, so we haven't gotten it quite started yet, but basically this just came from, I'm sure you all have the same problem. At the end of the day, my trash can is full with pop bottles and they go nowhere. They just go in the trash. I'm not from Breathitt County, and so I just did a little bit of research and couldn't find anywhere that anything was being recycled. Since starting to talk about this, there are a few things that it's a place in Breathitt County that does recycle, but there's no system to get anything from the school to there, and it's also just not even, the fact that someone not from there couldn't find it and didn't know about it is a problem. That means that if someone was looking to recycle, they would have to just know that it was there. So my big plan is to have a club or a group of kids that their job is to design, maintain, and implement a recycling system at Breathitt at the high school. When I was in middle school, my middle school had this, and I was that kid that just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. We got to go around and actually we were in charge of collecting all the materials and making sure they got to where they needed to go. And so kind of like a sub goal or a higher goal of this whole project is to give kids the chance to actually see what it would be like to design that system, to implement it, to be in charge of running it, and ultimately so that it wouldn't be just me doing it. If I left or if I wasn't doing it anymore, then the system would still be happening without me, is kind of like my big goal for this. So we have a few smaller goals that these are purely just from me. A lot of this is going to be driven by what the kids think they need to do. But big goal is to start recycling at Breathitt, paper and plastic primarily. But then also reaching out into the community. Right now at Dow at the Park, which is where the softball teams and the soccer teams practice and have their games, all of the water right now, they just use these, I'm sure you all have seen it, the Cash Express cups, and all of that just gets thrown away at the end of the game. There's no there's no reason for that to happen because we all could just use a water bottle, but for whatever reason, that's a system that's there. There's no system to recycle any of that or to use more renewable resources, and so some kind of outreach projects like that, of talking to the park and saying, hey, maybe there's a better way we could do this, or talking to IGA and Walmart. Every time I go there, I buy 3 things and I get 15 bags. There's so many bags that are used, which has just always struck me as kind of crazy. Why are we putting one item in each bag? We could just be using a bigger bag or a renewable bag. So these are kind of just all projects that I will eventually float to the kids that are in the club, and just kind of let them take it from there. It doesn't have to be the projects that I wanted to do, but seeing what they come up with, and kind of letting them practice being leaders and running systems themselves. I think that's pretty much it. So, any questions?